Hello YouTube, this is SniperZen, and this is another requested video, the TAR with red dot sight and heartbeat sensor. And yes, it was requested to be blinged with heartbeat sensor, so yeah, don't want to hear anything about that. Now right off the bat, you can see that these guys are pretty bad. I just got insanely lucky. The guy jumps out of a plane, starts shooting at me, and he just can't hit me no matter what he tries. And yeah, then I kill another guy that's just kind of camping, has no idea what he's doing. Yeah, at the beginning, I actually do better as this video goes along, as opposed to worse, like usual. Yeah, later in the video, I actually start doing pretty good, and I kind of salvage a pretty good KD out of it. So yeah, this was, it wasn't that hard to do this request. I mean, this is basically what I do all the time, except with a Mars sight. And unlike most people, I really don't mind the Mars sight. Honestly, I think the only people who really do mind the Mars sight are ones who sit there camping like that. Because if you run around without sighting in, then the Mars sight doesn't really get in the way of what you're trying to do. It's only when you actually aim down the sight does it start to obtrude things. So really, it's only a downside to campers. So really, the Mars sight isn't that bad. The only thing that I didn't really like about this is that I couldn't use sleight of hand. And yeah, as you all know, sleight of hand is one of my main things, as you could say. And then this, and another insight into just how bad these guys are. They fell for a very simple flanking maneuver. It wasn't even really a flanking maneuver. It was just trying to find a different entrance into the area, and yeah, he fell for it. And these guys don't even try and separate once I put in a Predator. That's the main thing you gotta do when you get a Predator missile. Even if it does go for you, you've just gotta split away from everyone else. Just screw the guy out of any double kills. At the most, he'll just get a single kill. Of course, if you're close to a building, then, well, get your ass into the building. Now, I have gotten an emergency airdrop, but Scrapyard is a very bad map for emergency airdrops. Yeah. Unfortunately, when it comes to Scrapyard, you can't really hold down an area of the map effectively. So, unfortunately, it's pretty hard to call an emergency airdrop on this map. But luckily, because these guys suck so bad, it didn't even really matter that much. So, yeah, you can see here I got an attack helicopter. Yeah, I don't really use the attack helicopter much anymore. It's all about the 3-5-8 setup for me now. So now I can pretty much get anything. Although I'm probably gonna switch soon because I'm starting to get pretty tired of the emergency airdrop getting me killed all the time. You call it an emergency airdrop, and the entire goddamn game, including your teammates, drop down on your location. Yeah, if I were a camper, this would be paradise for me. But unfortunately, I just can't sit here and force myself to sit in a position and watch the crates for too long. And besides, I usually do get at least one resupply. It kind of pisses me off, yeah. But yeah, you can see that we're not exactly doing very well at the domination aspect of this. I'm sitting here right next to a flag, and I'm not even trying to take it. But I am defending this guy from losing the flag. Yeah, I picked up a UMP because I wanted to make sure I got this emergency airdrop. I didn't want to use the TAR and run out of ammo. Now, right here, I call an emergency airdrop wrong. If you want it to come in correctly, then you have to stand in the direction you want it to come from, and throw it not directly at the ground, but just throw it a little straight, and then just make sure that you keep your controller straight while you're calling it in. If you do all that correctly, then you should have a very precise emergency airdrop. But if you do something like throw it directly at the ground, or move around as you're calling it in like I did, then you're going to have a very indirect emergency airdrop that will probably lose some things outside of the map. Yeah, unfortunately, the middle of the map is usually not a great place to call in emergency airdrops, So calling it in on the outskirts of the map is essential. So that makes calling it in correctly essential, or else you will probably lose a lot of crates. Luckily for me, I am pretty good at calling in emergency airdrops, but like I said, I'm still probably going to replace it soon. I don't exactly know what my new kill streak setup is going to be. All I know is that it's going to have UAV in it. Probably never going to do the 579 or 5711 setup unless it's requested to be in a video, or I feel like doing it for a video. Yeah, lately I've been trying to do the 5711 setup. If I have a lot of friends on, I'll just have everyone use a UAV, so I can still have a UAV and use the setup at the same time. But other than that, I usually just try and, you know, keep my kill streaks the way they are. Oh, for the first time in a few videos, I've actually run out of things to talk about, I think. But luckily for me, this video is pretty close to ending, so doesn't matter that much. And here we go. 35 and